has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I need to delete that promo right now because it has some things in it that I don't like. So we'll just go with something else like...
You're tuned to the Sportcat Show.
How's that? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sportcat's Daily Gazette. It is Friday, and I am so happy for that. Couldn't come quick enough. So I am joined by my beautiful and wonderful co-host. Let me bring her out here. So she's going to keep me sane for the next few hours. It's going to be a hard job.
I don't know how. I'm tired, but it's okay.
Jesus Christ. Where were you yesterday?
Everything was down yesterday, and I have no idea why. I got up to nothing. I do know how Armageddon feels, though. Grab a book and start reading.
Yeah, I get plenty of them.
Yeah.
I need sound. I don't know. I'm looking for a sound, and I don't know where it went.
It's Friday!
There it is. So everybody in Australia, thank you for tuning in. Please come over and find us on the Sportcat Show. You will find us on YouTube. Of course, we're live on Brenda's channel too. We love her over there, but I need you over here because, well, I need to get monetized. I got to start. I got bills. Maybe I'll just quit and do nothing. Shit. I got to find hold on. We got to do this too. Jesus Christ.
Spoiler alert. Get ready, Big Brother fans. The latest twists and turns are about to drop.
And Jesus Christ.
That's the wrong one.
What the hell do I got an alarm going off for?
I don't
Are you
know.
sure it's not Monday? For fuck's sake.
I know, right? You know what? Stop. Take a deep breath and breathe.
I got a disclaimer I got to play. There we go.
Okay.
Views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily
That's
Gazette
me.
are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson,
That's me still.
and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show.
That's right.
This show is intended for entertainment purposes only.
That's right. 'Cause
Please
I'm
note,
stupid.
satire and humor, all
I'm
commentary,
trying to be funny.
especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner.
That's right.
Statements
Don't
made
take
on
me
this show
serious.
should not be taken as factual
Nope.
reporting or professional advice.
The only professional advice you're going to get from me is I need professional advice.
Wipe your bum or you will have dirty britches. There you go.
Yeah, shake it twice. You're just playing with it. The phone's going off. But damn. So yeah, everybody, please come over and find us on YouTube under the Sportcat Shows. And thank you for coming and being in the chat. We have Denise. Hello, Denise. I saw Chris in there somewhere. Chris, I need to shoot you a private message and make sure everything's okay. So, but let's see. What else do we get to do? Is there any other business we got, or can we just start this damn show?
Well, you're not going to go hide in a bunker somewhere and get drunk and just, drink yourself to death. That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
So-
I'm on the fence.
I'll come find you and drag you out by your toe.
I'll be in Florida on a
Okay.
beach,
I know where to look.
drunk. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast. It's 2:07. I'm going to put another clock up here so that we look somewhat official. In LA, we don't really care, but good morning. Denver, you're okay. You're cold and snowy. Welcome. Chris in Illinois, it's 1:07. Our friends in Anchorage, well, it's 10 in the morning there, but it's still, there's not any sunlight, so sorry. You'll get over it. In Perth, it is 2:07 a.m. We are the overnight show. That means we're allowed to be a little wild and say stupid things. And remember, I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy. In Sydney, it's 5:07 a.m. Adelaide, 4:37. Lord Howe, we could never forget you. It's 5:07 a.m. there. You're getting up. and you're ready for your weekend, whereas we're in the States suffering through the rest of the day. We got a little while to go, so it's coming. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be worse, the Beaver Moon or the alien overlords. So.
You know, I was going to tell you, when I woke up and everything was done, I even went outside to see if maybe the mothership came early, and there was nobody around, and I'm like, oh my God,
yeah.
I'm alone on the earth. Yay.
I'm the only one here. Well, the aliens, well, they're hidden behind the sun right now, and they're sharpening their weapons, getting ready to come get us.
Yeah.
So. I need
Lordy.
I need somebody to push the soundboards because I'm just a hot wreck here. I don't know what I'm doing. Jesus. So
crash and burn.
Well, I did see a report about, and we'll get into it a little bit here in a minute, but you remember the anti-tail that the Comet had, 3i Atlas?
Yeah.
Well, scientists are now saying if you were going to be traveling at 150,000 kilometers an hour or something like it, it's like 27 miles a second or some shit. It's ridiculously fast.
Oh my God.
And you were going to slow down, and there's no gravity because gravity is how planes slow down. They hit the ground and speed of the tires, the rotation of the tires. They put up the flaps put up and down, and then what do? They reverse thruster.
Correct.
So what if the anti-tail that is now behind it, as they were coming into our galaxy, they put on reverse thrusters to slow down because we know it slowed down, and it used that to deflect the solar storm that came to it. What do you think? You think is it science or?
Good possibility.
That's one thing.
I mean, you know, it makes sense. Our scientists haven't come up with that, but you know, we did stay at a Holiday Inn Express
that was actually a scientist that said that. Astrophysics engineer, not me. I'm just a guy. I'm a nobody, but it was somebody that made sense. So.
Yeah, well, does kind of make sense.
Yeah, but because it's behind it. And
that would mean that it's not an asteroid. That would mean that it's a ship.
Well, it's anywhere from 5 to 48 miles wide, 28 billion pounds.
We're going to get invaded again.
With 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey.
Hell yeah.
A margarita.
That sounded like my Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It is.
All right.
I think the aliens are coming in.
Shit. They're communicating to you, Glenn.
Well, they did. There was a pulse. Oh, what is that? That's a systole. There was a signal or a pulse that was sent out from the asteroid that was detected at ground level. That kind of concerns me. Like an antenna here on somebody's back porch picked it up. What the hell?
An antenna on somebody's back porch picked it up?
Well, I mean, I'm being silly, but that was a bigger antenna that our government paid for. And
okay.
Oh, yeah. And that's the other thing. So NASA is not staffed because, there's a government shutdown going on. But the feed that they provide to the public of things in space has been running fine. But when it got to 3i Atlas, just kind of like that Einstein guy, there was a clip in the video and it picked up a few minutes later.
Oh.
That's interesting. But they're not there. So, yeah. Mud holes and walking them dry. That's right. Well, there you go, Brenda. You can see where it's daylight here in the U.S. and it's morning approaching in the east. Is that the east or the west? That's the east to us, but depending on which I guess it's the east. So what the hell button did I just push? Go away. Jesus Christ. Go away. I don't know what button I pushed. 9%, Brenda. If you go out and look at the sky, it is 9% with a waxing crescent moon. October 24th is only got an illumination of 9%. We're on our way to the full moon, the Beeve.
The Beeve.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to the Beaver. Either that or the alien overlords. I don't know. So
it's going to be our luck that when the Beeve comes out, nobody will get pictures of it, and our internet will go down, and we will not be able to see the Beeve.
That just happened. Why did it take that?
I don't know. You're pushing buttons again. That
is weird. I was trying to track 3-Eye Atlas, and it just went away. Yeah, you see, it's behind the sun to us, which is weird. But yeah, we can't see it. Nothing from Earth can see it at this point.
Okay.
So, and while we're spinning around in our galaxy, it's hiding behind the sun, and then there's 4 others coming in. Maybe they're not comets either. No.
Right.
Denise says, what is the Beeve about? The Beeve, well, that's the full moon on November 5th. Is that right, Brenda? November 5th?
I think so.
It's called the Beaver moon. So we're anxiously awaiting the Beeve.
Yes.
All right. I'm not looking at that. I can't. No. I ain't going to try it. Never attribute to conspiracy that which can be explained by stupidity. Well, that's the basis of this show.
Somebody left the lid off of the idiot jar today.
That's the basis of this show. It's a quote from Anonymous, so I'll take credit for it. I just said it. So on this day in 1946, now remember we're talking about a comet that's been coming since July that we know of. We can't see it now because it's behind the sun. But in 1946, we got our first photos of Earth from space. So those guys up in the space station, can't they like pull out their phone and snap some pictures when they go around and see the? I don't know. So.
Does their phone actually work in space, Glenn? Probably not.
Nylon stockings were invented on this day, and well, they probably weren't invented, but they went on sale. How about that? In Wilmington, Delaware, they were the only residents. So they were lady stockings.
Is she trying to put it on her head?
I think she's just showing the sheerness of them.
Oh, okay.
I was playing with AI last night, and you can make videos. And I put in, I won't say the prompt, but I put in a prompt, and it changed the clothes to basically nylon stockings. And I'm like, whoa, I hope that video is anatomically correct.
Glenn, were you making your own porn with AI?
I'm not denying it. No, I don't, because I'm doing the free stuff. You got to pay for the good stuff.
Oh, okay. I see.
I was just playing. So Dillinger, remember him? John Dillinger, the notorious criminal. Well, today in 1933 was his last robbery. It was an Indiana bank of $74,802. Just like 1.7 today.
So that was his last robbery. Why?
Yeah.
Did he get arrested? Did he get shot?
Well, I guess we'll have to look at days ahead in history and see. I don't know.
Oh. Maybe he was too old. He got enough money.
It was their largest. His claim that when he saw a farmer at a teller with cash, he asked the farmer if it was his or the bank's. The farmer replied it was his life savings. Dillinger, who was a farm boy, replied, "Keep it. We only want the bank's money."
Ah.
He was a good bank robber.
Yeah.
I guess. This day in 1901, the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel and survive was a female, Annie Edson Taylor, made the plunge on her 63rd birthday.
You Go granny.
I guess she was like me. She's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm doing something.
Maybe that's what I need to do when I turn 63.
But this kind of concerns me. PETA,
What?
this is not me.
God.
I'm just reading. She had tested the barrel by sending it over the falls with a cat inside, and the cat survived. What did the cat do to her?
That was her test subject?
That was her test subject. How many cats died during the making of this? So, I mean,
she was probably a crazy cat lady and figured one wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I got more. It was a custom-made barrel constructed of oak and iron and padded with a mattress. After the lid was screwed on, a bicycle tire pump was used to compress the air inside the barrel, except for a small gash on her head. She was unharmed in her adventure. Okay, now I got a question here. The lid was screwed on when she was in it in a bicycle. She had to have more than one person.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure there was somebody on the outside. I mean, who wrapped the mattress around it?
I mean, what's on the inside? Chris says she has a buffalo hat. I'm not sure I know what that means, but okay. But
so this must have been a really big barrel then. I don't think it was that one.
Well, she's posing with it. So now, is this barrel in the Smithsonian or somewhere? I mean, it should be somewhere. The first U.S. transcontinental telegraph was this day in 1861. 1861, we could send a message by telegraph from San Francisco to D.C., but in 2025, we can't get a picture of a rock the size of Texas. So confused. United Nations began operations on this day in 1945.
There's our flat Earth map.
Yeah, I've never really looked at that. I need to look at better. October 24th, 1940, the Fair Labor Standards Act goes into effect, establishing a 40-hour work week. Let's bullshit. Medical people are exempt. Emergency workers are exempt. Well, I mean, I had 40-hour week jobs in high school. Yeah.
When I
they didn't do that, and the International Association of Firefighters said, "Oh, they can work 1 day on, 1 day off." Yeah.
I worked 3 and 4 12-hour shifts. 3 days 1 week, 4 days the next. 12-hour shifts. 32 patients to myself in the Alzheimer's ward.
You were one of them.
They made me that way.
On this day in 1931, George Washington Bridge opened. It was dedicated and open to pedestrians, opening for automobile traffic the following day. It connects New York and New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been over that one?
I was in a diesel truck over that one, stuck in traffic, and had to go into the back of the truck and pee in a bucket. Put a lid on it until we got off. We were stuck there for like 4 hours. It was horrible.
I'm gonna go with that's too much information. Yes, would have.
I don't like bridges, and being stuck on it for 4 hours really sucked.
I tunk over the Chesapeake Bridge then. Black Thursday, October. Well, it ain't there anymore. Terrorists took it out, but Baltimore's gonna rebuild it.
Yeah.
Black Thursday, October 24th, 1929. Stock market panicked due to declining stock prices, and it crashed. Well, the stock market crash was just around the corner, marking the end of the Roaring 20s and the beginning of the Great Depression. We're about to do it again. So, welcome to American hell.
Everybody stuck up on
ramen. That's high in carbs. I can't do that.
I know.
I eat worms or some shit. Worms and Jack Daniels. That'll be my diet. The Fleshman Hour. Boy, maybe I should eat vodka.
Tequila worms.
Yeah, I don't like those worms. They're well, never mind. The Fleshman Hour debuts on NBC, featuring Rudy Vallee and his Connecticut Yankees on this day in 1929. I don't know that I know who that is. I've heard it, but I don't know who it is.
I got nothing for you. I don't know who it is.
On this day in 1861, a convention in West Virginia votes to secede from Virginia and form their own state, the state of West Virginia. So what they're not saying is us Virginians didn't like him and we actually kicked him out.
What they're saying is they tried to just leave their own state.
It's kind of what Oregon's going to try and do to Idaho. So,
I know, right?
It's going to become an Oraho. So,
Oraho.
I would be in favor of moving to Oraho. So,
not me, not yet. It's got to get cleaned up first. That's ridiculous.
Chris says, never would have saw a Brenda Bucket Ping story developing into history. You know,
hey,
never knew this show.
When you live in a diesel truck and you are on the road all the time for 3 years, you have to learn how to just compensate.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the way it works.
On this day in 1936, Bill Wyman, he's an English musician, but he's best known as the bass guitarist from the Rolling Stones. 1989, he married an 18-year-old girl named Mandy, who he'd been dating since she was 13. That was it. But they divorced 2 years later, so. The Big Bopper was born on this day in 1930. He was known for Chantilly Lace, Little Red Riding Hood. He died in a plane crash with Buddy Holly.
Yep.
The day the music died. He was supposed to ride the bus, but was suffering from the flu and didn't want to ride on a cold bus. So Waylon Jennings voluntarily gave up his seat for him on the plane.
Bet he did.
Wow. Waylon Jennings survived. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Bob Kane, if you know your comic book history, he's the creator of Batman. He was born on this day in 1915. And I just read that there's a new Batman animated series coming out. So,
I am the Robin to your Batman.
You're like a Joker. Say in 1901, Gilda Gray, I don't know who that is, but she was an American dancer and singer. She popularized the shimmy dance of the Roaring 20s. I'm going to put that into AI video later and see what I get. So
yeah, let's try that.
Chris says the Big Bopper and Bill Wyman story are two separate incidents. YouTube services, terms of service. Okay. James Schoolcraft Sherman, he was an American politician. Did you know he was our 27th vice president? William Taft.
I did not.
Can you name all the presidents?
Probably if I sat and thought about it, but not while I'm medicated.
Hell, that's all the time for you. I think like in middle school I had to pass. But I don't remember naming the vice presidents. But,
no, I know what you're talking about because we had to do the same thing, but they didn't bring up the vice presidents.
That was back when they actually taught stuff. You had to do.
I know, right?
He was the first vice president to fly on a plane. He was also the first to throw out the ceremonial pitch at a baseball game.
Wait a minute. If he was the first vice president, and we had other presidents, and he was the first one to fly on the plane, what'd they do with the rest of the vice presidents? Make them walk there?
Put him on a train. Sarah Josepha Hale. She was born in this day in 1788. She was the author of Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm going to have it stuck in my head. Jesus Christ.
I know. There you go. Thanks, Glenn. Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Guy's name I can't pronounce. Antoine van Leeuwenhoek. He is a Dutch biologist that was born this day in 1632. Father of microscopy. He used a single lens microscope of his own design. He became the first person to see microorganisms in detail. And he later wrote the Britain's Royal Society describing the animals. Yeah, I pronounced that wrong, but it did it under a microphone. So in 1632, we can see things that can only be seen under a microscope, but in 2025, we can't see a comet.
You are really bothered by that, aren't you?
Well, I just feed me the line of bullshit, mainstream media and government, please. Just give me more. I want a big spoonful of this shit.
You always go by the opposite when you're watching mainstream media. Whatever they say, think opposite.
About that because apparently another show just can't get my name out of their dirty mouth. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but.
So that mouth.
1946, Jerry Edmonton. He was a Canadian drummer. Died in a car accident at 47. Crashed into a tree after failing to maneuver a turn. He was known as the drummer in Born to Be Wild and Magic Carpet Ride. F. Murray Abraham. Well, they don't get a picture of him, but he was born in 1939. He was in the film as an actor Amadeus. Probably the original, not the remake. Let's see. David Nelson, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Okay, it's his birthday. Melvin Purvis, an American FBI that was in charge of the killings of John Dillinger and Pretty Boy Floyd.
Oh.
We talked about her birthday. So, let's see. Dumiton. I am not up on my Roman history, but he was born this day in 24 AD 50.
What?
October 24th AD 51.
Huh.
It confuses me.
That goes back way too far.
Yeah. People who died on this day: Fats Domino, Rosa Parks, Don Messick. He was the voice of Astro in Scooby.
Wow.
He's known for those things. Well, good for him. I don't know who this guy is. He invented something important. The ballpoint pen. He passed away. Jackie Robinson. He was a American Hall of Fame baseball player. First African American or Black American. Let me say this correctly. To play in the major leagues. Let's see. I don't know who he is. Richard Roundtree from Shaft. He died on this day in 2023. Robert Guillaume, and he was the guy from Soap. He died on this day in 2017. I remember.
Did he play Benson or something like that?
Yeah, Benson. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was he was funny. So I liked him. And let's see, Marcia Streisman from Welcome Back, Kotter, Gabe's wife in Madge. I don't remember her. I'm sorry, Gabe's wife in MASH as Margie in Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. I don't remember her. She died at 66 from breast cancer. It had spread to her bones. Gene Roddenberry. He was known for Star Trek. He died on this day. And all right, well, we'll just move on. It seems to be enough. We'll look at a little more history, but I swear I'm not going to go back to 1260. I don't know why I hit that button because I could. Well, I guess it would be AD. Yeah. So we'll skip forward a little bit. So Black Thursday, we talked about that in the stock market. The Cuban crisis. Well, we're going to talk about that because as we speak, things may be going hot.
Oh, boy.
Today in film, 1962. The Manchurian Candidate, directed by John Frankenheimer, starring Frank Sinatra and Lawrence Harvey, was released. Can't say I've seen that one. 1979, the Guinness Book of World Records presents Paul McCartney with a rhodium disc for the best-selling singer-songwriter. He wasn't the extra Beatle, was he? No, that was which was the replacement Beatle? You know what I'm talking?
I'm trying to think what his name was.
Was it Paul? No. Yeah, it might have been Paul. I don't know. 1857, recognized by FIFA as the oldest existing club still playing football in the world. Sheffield FC is founded in Yorkshire It's now based in Dronefield, Derbyshire. Okay. Did you know Al Capone is sentenced to 11 years in prison for tax evasion on this day in 1931? Hey, but if you're a president's son, you don't get to do that.
Nope. And you can carry cocaine all over the White House.
Out, didn't I?
Yeah, me too.
Wow. Forgive me, YouTube, for I've sinned. So, we're gonna go way forward. These birthdays go all the way back. I mean, way back. Like 1800s. How do they? I don't know. I don't know how. I'm glad I'm no longer in school. I couldn't probably pass.
I don't think they teach this.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah, we're still. I'm in the 30s and I'm still looking for people I know. Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones, 1936. It's his 89th birthday. Happy birthday!
Wow.
F. Murray Abraham. He is 86. He's known for The President's Men. All right, that's good. Happy birthday to him. I'm still going here. Yeah, we're Kevin Kline, from Sophie's Choice, born in 1947 today. Happy 78th to him.
Wow.
Some of these names I know, but Stephen Greenberg, American composer, he was born in this day in Minnesota. Yeah, I just skimmed past that. YA title, his happy birthday. And he did. He looked like 80. He was 80 in the picture. So Malcolm Turnbull, and our fans in Australia, they will recognize that name. I don't know if it's good or bad. Happy birthday to him. He was born in 1954. He's 71 today. Let's see here.
You think we're going to live that long, Glenn?
October 29th. The alien overlords are coming.
I hear
Take
that
your
time.
Vacation now.
I hear that time slows down in space, so it'll take you 10 years to age 1 year.
That'll be just luck. We get overtaken by a bunch of damn rowdy alien teenagers. Great.
Oh God.
Cheetah Girls. Adrian Balin. She's 42 today. Wayne Rooney. He's an English soccer player. Happy 40th. Drake. He's only got one name. Drake. He only needs one name. He's Drake. He's 39 today. PewDiePie. Well, all right. He's a Swedish YouTube star and gamer. He's probably got lots of subscribers and followers. He's 36. I'm like 75 and I can't get monetized.
You're not 75 for crying out loud.
I feel it.
Oh well. When we can all hear your bones clicking, that's when you can complain.
Pay attention, girl. Pay attention. I wake up with different aches and pains, and all I did was go to sleep. Like, Jesus Christ.
You need to get your memory foam match.
I'll heard something else. Jesus. So
get you a memory foam mattress. She'll be fine.
I got one of them. So. Ginger's been looking at me like, why am I not sleeping up there? Because you're dirty. I don't want you up there. Good Lord.
Oh,
so I can get her. And I need
your
to take her
dog sleep in the bed.
Well, I do sometimes, but she's been out wallowing in all the leaves.
Oh, yay.
For you Australian people who aren't familiar with the term wallowing, it's a southern term for where you just roll around in something. So, like leaves, which is what she did.
Australia looks at things different. I remember one day when my friend called me from there and he says, "What are you making?" I said, "Biscuits and gravy." And he was like, "Ooh." And I said, "What do you mean, ooh? It's a tradition. It's a good thing. It's a country meal." And I found out that they call their cookies biscuits.
Yeah.
So I understood why it was ooh, because putting gravy on cookies just ain't it.
Yep. I come in one day from work and nobody was up. It was like a weekend. And I was like, oh, there had been biscuits and gravy from the day before. And I was like, well, I'll just heat some up. And I pulled some stuff out of the refrigerator, put the biscuit and gravy on there. They decided while I was gone to make homemade ranch. And let me tell you, homemade ranch microwaved over biscuits is not good at all. I was so mad. I didn't get my biscuits. I just threw it all away. Today is your best winter skin day.
Oh.
PewDiePie has 110 million subscribers, according to Google. According to Chris. There is something seriously wrong in my life. I cannot get past 750. We're so popular around the world on internet radio, but I can't. I beg. Come to the Sportcat show. Hit that one button. 250 people do that. I'll have my number, but
I'd give you my 353, but I don't know how to transfer that.
It'll happen one day. Yeah, my best winter skin day. Did I say that? I'm already in a long sleeve shirt. I am not looking forward to winter.
Oh God, I am.
I cover on last night because apparently in my house no one wants heat on. So
my house stays 69 degrees year round, and if it feels that good outside, I open the windows during the winter time and let the
70.
air in.
I like 72. But
it's too warm.
It's National Disarmament Week.
What?
Canadian listeners probably don't appreciate that day, but hey, don't make fun of Ronald Reagan, okay? Yeah, see, it's Global Champagne Day, Hawke's Bay Anniversary Day, National Bologna Day. I had a bologna sandwich just the other day.
I don't eat bologna.
I like bologna, beef bologna.
It's made of the same things that hot dogs are made of. No.
Well, yeah, because
you don't need them.
It's the pieces they just all squish together. So yeah. It's National Food Day. I can get behind that. National Jamaican Jerk Day. It's Kangaroos Awareness Day for our friends down under. It's National Kangaroo Awareness Day. So don't go punch a kangaroo. So
they'll punch your ass back.
National Pharmacy Buyer Day. I don't see them too often. National Senior UTI Day. What the hell's that, Brenda?
A UTI?
Yeah.
Urinary tract infection. What?
Why are we having a national awareness? If it burns when you pee, see a doctor. How about that?
A national day for infection.
If it burns while you pee, go see a doctor. That may not be construed as medical advice. Chris says, my birthday is an American Jerk Day.
Is today your birthday, Chris?
No, every day is a day to him. It's World Tripe Day. What the hell is tripe, Brenda?
I don't know. Is that a fish?
Oh, Brenda,
no, it can't be.
It looks like a dessert. We'll
it might be. Might be like one of them Italian things.
Maybe it's a pasta.
What is that?
The best way. Tripe is the lining of the stomach of animals like cattle, sheep, or pigs.
Yeah.
It's something that was only eaten by a lower class. I will take my bologna over this. I will take my bologna over this any day. So
January what, Chris? They make menudo out of pork tummy. I've had it before. It actually is not bad.
It's also a teen pop band, Menudo. So
they named their band after soup.
It's World Development Information Day and World Polio Day. In Zambia, happy Independence Day to you. Don't worry, we'll bomb you soon. So that's what we do. We're America. We're good at blowing shit up. So
the 4th. Oh, mine's the 9th, Chris. So 5 days after yours.
As we speak, we may be actually doing that to a country. We'll check in on that. So I think we could.
Maybe it's just a teaser. You know, a little threat.
Well, they have been doing that. They go down. They've been flying the bombers, and they get like right on the edge of Venezuela territory, and they turn off their transponder. Walt Disney testified on this day before the House Un-American Activities Committee Day. He rolled on his employees He gave them all the names of the ones that they thought were communist. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I didn't realize Disney rolled on their own employees. That's kind of shitty. So.
Yeah.
It's the 297th day of 2025, the 33rd day of autumn. Today in history, 1926, Harry Houdini gave his last performance at the Garrick Theater. Didn't he? I thought he died the other day. I thought that we saw
Houdini?
Yeah.
Houdini died a while ago.
Well, no, I'm saying we were going through history.
Oh.
I thought we said that he got punched in the stomach while he wasn't expecting it or something. And
that's what they said. But I remember him dying in that tank, in that water tank, upside down. So Mandela effect.
Maybe.
Yes, we did talk about this.
Yeah, I never followed him. 1987, Teamsters was admitted to AFL-CIO after being expelled for 30 years. Okay. In 2002, arrests were made by John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo. They were the DC snipers. I remember that well.
Yeah.
2003, the last Concorde flight was made. Now, I'm just going to go back here. We had technology in 2003 to fly from one continent to another in like 3 hours. But in 2025, we can't do that. Or take a picture of a rock in space. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't
know. Maybe I'm just asking too much. So, yeah. And let's see. 2014, computer scientist Alan Eustace, he broke the world record for a free fall parachute jump from the stratosphere, free falling from a height of 135,898 feet. That's pretty tall.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Today's quote: most of us spend too much time on what is urgent, not enough time on what is important. Guilty as charged. Yes.
What's important? What is that?
My life.
Your life's important? Well, your life is important.
Yeah. Well,
it's important to me. It's important to a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently not 250 more people to go subscribe. I am salty today.
You are salty today, yes.
I am so salty.
Get it off of your chest. What's the matter with you?
It says transponders can't be turned off. They were born that way.
Chris.
Oh, Chris. All right, so today is the best day to advertise to sell. Well, okay, I'll advertise. I have an Etsy store and an eBay store. If you're interested in any of my patches or coins that I created, probably should do it since I can't get 250 people to like my damn channel. So go to Etsy and eBay and buy my shit. So
what coins do I have? I have coins that
you've got my Mount Vernon Monster coin,
Texas coin.
I have several from Tennessee. I have the one I made for the department that kicked me out for the line of duty death of my sergeant.
I also have the poker chip.
Yeah. I want to make another poker chip, but I want to make a better one. Let's see. What we were going on. So yeah, if you're interested, I sell patches and coins. Just hit me up. I'll send you the link to my eBay and my Etsy store. So, or you could just send me some cash, one or the other.
He's got them. He'll send them to you.
It's the best day to castrate farm animals. Okay.
What?
Plant pests. Well, that's what it says. It's the best day to potty train. It's the best day to travel for pleasure. I'm getting out of here. To wash windows. It's best day to wean.
To what?
About that. Wean. It's the best day to wean. Brenda.
Wean? Like wean yourself off of something? Like weaning off the titty? What?
I'm still trying to get back on it. So
I know. Men do that. You're born, you spend all your life trying to get away from women, and then you get a certain age and you're trying to get right back in them. You don't make any sense to me.
13. That starts off. You got an 11-year window there. Did I tell you it's the 297th day of 2025? Yeah, I think I did. And 58 days until winter begins. Yay. Yay. What are the 7 continents, Brenda? Can you name the 7 continents?
Do I have to?
I don't know. The 7 continents: Africa, yes, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, and North and South America. But shouldn't it just be called America?
I know. Why? I never understood that. North and South America. Why?
The word of the day: golden number. It's a number in the 19-year cycle of the moon used for determining the date of Easter. The moon repeats its phases approximately every 19 years. Add 1 to any given year and divide the result by 19. And the remainder is the golden number. If there is no remainder, the golden number is 19. I have no idea what the hell that means.
The golden ticket.
Yeah, that's a Willy Wonka. All right, so
I know.
what are we going to go to next? And I want to go to this other thing that's annoying me here. Let me get this off my chest. Where is it? Right here. So we're just going to hit on this because I'm annoyed at it. Some places, radio shows, maybe somebody that you've heard is really calling all of the federal police officers the N-word.
What?
And is going off on a report. Now, the report is only by NBC News, so it's one network, just one. And they're reporting that the employees of ICE have made it into the academy, and that during the academy they had not had their background check fully completed or vetted. And they also had not had their fingerprints done. Okay, so the reason this is a no story is because it happens every day to every department. They're highlighted more because, well, they're hiring more people. And I can tell you for a fact, I've been in the academy and people have failed out because they couldn't pass. They failed out because they couldn't do the physical agility. It is your responsibility as a human being, once you get the job, to stay in shape mentally and physically for the job. It is not the departments. They will help you. But if you can't do it, you're cut.
It's like
this one network, it might be MSNBC or NBC, I don't know which one, is trying to make this like it's a high percentile, but they don't compare to any other agency. So since this one person just likes to call them all the N-word, maybe if he did a little research, he would know that FDNY just terminated a complete class of fire graduates. So in other words, they had passed the physical part, they'd passed all the written tests, and they had passed fire school. They could not pass the medical, and they gave them 3 times, and then they fired them. That is not uncommon. First day of the academy, the instructor stands at the beginning and tells you to look around. 25% of the people in this room will not be here when you graduate.
Yep.
And, maybe you went to the academy in fucking Mayberry. I don't know. But just the way it is. And when you have more people, you're going to have that happen. So.
Yeah. I went to Phoenix. There was 106 of us when we went through my class. And when we were done, there was only 15 of us left. And that was it.
I think in my paramedic class, there's like 28 of us, 25, 28. And when we graduated, there was 13.
Yeah.
And there were some people that scraped by. So.
You know what? And I did some checking. There's something else I want to talk about right now. And that would be the big, beautiful ballroom. Okay. So we all know that they are spending $300 million on this ballroom. The money is coming from the court hearings that Trump won. So it's his money. and also donators for that specific reason. Now, what nobody really wants to talk about was when Obama was in office, he spent $300 million of taxpayer money to do what? To redesign the inside of the White House. Now, why did it take $300 million to do
it's
that?
An old building. It's an old building.
Yeah. But he spent taxpayers' money, but nobody wants to talk about that.
Well, no,
okay.
We don't like to report facts. We conveniently forget when one side or the other, and it doesn't matter what the topic is, we conveniently forget history. Every president has made changes. Some of them have gutted the entire White House because it was crumbling and it rebuilt it, and that cost the taxpayers, and it should have.
This isn't costing the taxpayers.
No, this isn't. Now, the only thing I'll say on it is, well, the only thing I'm going to say about it, and I want to see the finished project. I've seen pictures. I really think we might have went a little too big, but compared to the rest of the building aesthetically. So, I mean, but do we need it? Everybody's like, oh, it's a ballroom for a king. No, it's actually
it's a ballroom for a lot of things.
Dignitaries come in and they have ceremonies. They have people.
They're even setting up part of it for media so they can have a bigger room when they do the media thing. Well, so it's not all being used for ballroom.
So speaking of that, lest everybody forgets that where the press room is right now is over top of one of the former president's pools. Richard Nixon concreted it in and made it a press room. So, and that costs the taxpayers money. Everybody forgets these things. They're like, oh, that's. So I want to talk about this too real quick. This is a leaked memo.
Ooh.
Now, it's only coming from one source. You see he's got his name up there on the screen. Anthony Cabasa. It's a Substack. I haven't really
who that is.
Substack much. Yeah. So this guy has released this memo. Now, he is the only source for this, and it's a photograph of a screen, but there appears at the top it's been cut off, that perhaps it was an official memo, but you can't tell. You could have typed this up on your computer and taken a screenshot. SecWar did not deny the existence of this, and I believe somebody was actually recently terminated for leaking information. Yeah. But this may and well exist. It's a national. The subject says National Guard response force for implementation, and it's the Secretary of War is ordering the National Guard to form civil disturbance and law enforcement and domestic training force. And it started on 24 September, and it's going to have to be ready, I think, it was 10 of April of 26. And they're saying that they need to be ready to go at a moment's notice. And so we can't confirm or deny this actually is a thing. I mean, it appears that it is, but the source is a Substack of a picture of the screen. So I don't know. Now see, that's I just said in MSNBC and NBC were the only source. At least they were credible. I don't know who this guy is. Maybe he's a reporter somewhere, but
I have a printer for stuff like this.
Couldn't you print screen or screen cap or snip? I'm not saying it's not real, but they're saying they're supposed to be ready by 1 of January 26 for deployment in April of 26.
I see.
Chris says Anthony Cabasa should watermark his name on there even more. It's in no way distracting or overdone. Well, I get that he wants credit for this. I give him credit for this, but I don't give him credit for giving this a little more. I mean, okay, he could white out the name of the email that it was sent from. He could put white out on the screen, for Christ's sake. But whatever. So, all right. So this was going hot as we went live. Oh man, we are really low. I don't know if we may not get to your weather today. Go outside. There's going to be some bad weather, especially if you're.
It's supposed to storm here.
Yeah, it's
in a
supposed
few
to be
hours.
in Texas and Oklahoma,
Yeah.
And Kansas. So, B-1 bombers are off the Venezuela coast. This was going on as we were coming live. U.S. Air Force B-1 bombers are just flying as close as they can to the Venezuelan coast. So, this happened last week, and well, today it's happening again. I think it happened yesterday too. So we're flying B-1 bombers off of the Venezuelan coast. I think we're either testing there. This may be the Friday 5 o'clock news drop. You know it?
Maybe.
This could be. Venezuela, if you're listening to us, get in your bunker. So
knock it the hell off.
Get in your bunker.
What did you do?
The growing show of force in the Caribbean is fueling fears that the United States and Venezuela are inching towards military confrontation. For the past months, Washington has assembled an extensive naval and air presence. Oh, yeah, we've got an aircraft carrier en route right now. So that was breaking news. We were like, yeah, screw it. Where's the big boy? So there's an aircraft carrier en route. So there's all kinds of stuff. There's an expanding military presence. Yeah, that's a good sign. You're going to go to war. And the B-2's just kind of circling off of your coast. That's probably another good sign that shit's about to get hot. And Venezuela has been getting ready. He was actually on the news. He did whatever they call it, his State of the Union or whatever, where he went and talked to his people. And he was telling them that please, 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 please. He was begging the president not to come in. And in the Marines, they posted a video with a counting clock in the background and a rock music. I can't play it. YouTube will get me.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. It was showing the helicopters coming in. And they were shooting some ammo and they were doing shit like they were. The CIA apparently is in the country. So... yeah. So, what happens next? The hell was that? Who's at my door?
I don't know.
Get somebody else. They'll go get it.
Well, the FBI came to my door one night while I was live. I had to put everybody on hold. Maybe that's who it is.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, the United States Gerald Ford, the strike group, is going to Venezuela to add even more to what's going on. U.S. officials cite growing threats from criminal networks operating near Venezuela. Gerald Ford, a carrier strike group. It's not just a carrier. The whole group is going. And it is among the Navy's most heavily armed of all of our ships. So, yep.
All right.
Word's coming for you. We're going to get you. So, yeah. So the defense minister for Venezuela has rejected our talks. And so, well, apparently they even offered sovereignty to some of the people, but they were like, nope, we got this. We can take you. So, and we saw that a couple days ago. The USS Gravely is already there. Maduro touts that he has a missile stockpile that outweighs the U.S. military.
Oh.
Huh. Didn't you just sink your only ship? Former Russian president. This is a real story we should be worried about. Former Russian president Dmitry Medvedev calls out Donald Trump after the cancellation of the Budapest summit. Former Russian president Dmitry Medvedev, close ally of Putin, has accused Trump of committing an act of war, further fueling fears of WW3. The Kremlin issued a warning after Trump canceled the plan to the Putin Budapest summit. So, and then America, we put more sanctions on them. So apparently Medvedev took the telegram to declare that the U.S. is now an enemy. If any of the numerous commentators still had illusions, here you go. USA is our enemy. And the talkative peace president is on a path with Russia for war. So Now that is not one that I think we need to. That we don't need to fuel that fire. Well, I got to get back to Venezuela. I got stories out of it. Apparently, yesterday we've shot some more people out of the water. So
they keep bringing drugs and stuff in here.
Now apparently they've tried to go on the Pacific side. They're like, you can't see us over here. Boom, boom, gotcha. Some leaders are saying that that's a bad thing. We shouldn't be doing this. It's illegal.
It's not a bad thing for them to bring all them drugs over here and kill half of our kids.
According to some elected officials, we're just selectively killing people. I'm pretty sure every president has used missiles to do the same thing. I mean, I remember back as far as Reagan and probably before that, but I was too young. We wouldn't to bomb shit. We just bombed it. We're America. That's what we do.
Well, I mean, we even had one that took drones and did the same thing to innocent people. So
there was a president that had the U.S. Air Force design a Tomahawk missile. I guess it's a missile that shoots a knife. So we killed less people. I credit that president for that. That was a great thing. I cannot imagine the Air Force scientists when they went to him and said, hey, we want a missile that has a knife on it, a sword. I could be like, oh, hell yeah, we got this.
That's like those rifles they used to use way back in the day with the swords on the end of them.
They have now developed, we have learned, it shoots out of a shotgun.
Oh.
So it has a greater force. It's a bright white flash of light. And then it's a cartridge that's activated by the projectile. And when it detonates, it shoots a pinpoint laser to go through whatever the target is. It's a handheld shotgun. This was classified to like a couple weeks ago.
And it reloads itself, like it has like a cartridge with several in it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that it's like a pump shotgun. I don't know what it may be drum. I don't know that, but this was.
Give me one of those.
Yeah, it's a shotgun that shoots a laser. Okay,
God,
we can't see a goddamn rock in the sky, but we can get a shotgun and shoot a laser.
Oh my God. Leave that rock alone. It ain't coming for you. You're not going to get on it and escape.
Alien overlords are coming. So go on vacation now.
You're going to stay on this rock with the rest of us. Live your life. You're not going on vacation with the aliens. So forget it.
She'll probably weigh 300 pounds and have 4 eyes. The one that kidnaps me.
And probe you.
This comes to us from Wikipedia. Don't know if it's a good source or not, but as of the 19th, it shows what we know to be in the area. And we got the Coast Guard cutters. We got several naval vessels, including submarine. We got E3s. We got R-135s. We got Reaper drones. We know about them. The P-8s, yeah, we've watched them. And then they have all kinds of helicopters, the Stallions, the Ospreys, the Cobra. Cobra's not really a helicopter. Cobra, and we got all kinds of, we got a lot of shit over there. So if we're not going to blow some shit up, we sure are saber rattling. So, hello, Monica. Welcome. Please come over to the Sportcat show. Follow. If I can find over here, I'll highlight. Follow, share, and subscribe. Hey, Wendell's here. Welcome, Wendell. So,
better late than ever, huh?
Yeah, well, he just shows it. All right, so this was breaking, and no one else covered this. Coast Guard opens fire at a vehicle at a potential ice staging area. This occurred last night on the West Coast. The U.S. Coast Guard Friday said that guardsmen opened fire at a vehicle driving erratically near a California base that could, this is our government, could serve as a staging area for federal immigration officers. No personnel were injured when the vehicle, a U-Haul truck, tried to back into the Coast Guard base near San Francisco. It happened at 10 p.m. on the West Coast, and the guardsmen, coasties, I guess, they observed the vehicle driving erratically and attempted to back in. It failed to do what they told it, so, we do what we do. We shoot at things. We blow stuff up. But he said that the U.S. Coast Guard opened fire on a crazed U-Haul driver who tries to back into them. And he was trying to ram, injure, or kill them. So no word yet on the person or what was in the truck. But so that was overnight, and no one was covering that. I found it on one source. So it was real interesting. Nobody talked about it. Here we go. The Trump, damn it, push the right button, Sportcat. Wendell says he's a very busy guy. You going to be in Molina in 2 weeks, Wendell? So Trump terminates trade talks with Canada last night on social media after they ran an ad. You guys, those feelings hurt, and I can't say to blame him. It was so. If you haven't seen it, I'll play it right here for you. Let me make sure I got the music on. Let's make this full screen, and this is what. Well, we suspended everything with. Can you hear that? I can't hear that. Why can't I hear it? Where the hell? Oh, it's because it's muted. Damn it. I thought I pushed the right button. Can you hear it now?
And sometimes.
That's rewind. You can hear it now?
Yeah.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports,
This is our president.
it looks like they're doing the patriotic thing by protecting American products and jobs. And sometimes for a short while it works, but only for a short time. But over the long run, such trade barriers hurt every American worker and consumer. High tariffs inevitably lead to retaliation by foreign countries and the triggering of fierce trade wars. Then the worst happens. Markets shrink and collapse, businesses and industries shut down, and millions of people lose their jobs. Throughout the world, there's a growing realization that the way to prosperity for all nations is rejecting protectionist legislation and promoting fair and free competition. America's jobs and growth are at stake.
And that was the ad that Ontario decided to run last night, and our president on social media eliminated all on social media. That is beautiful footage. So I'm not a huge fan of the tariff, but if you're going to come to the table and smile and meet with us and then do that behind our back, our president will just go to social media and be like, yeah, I'm done with you. The president last night on social media terminated all negotiations with Canada because of that commercial they played. So
Have they not realized that he doesn't care? He's just going to tell you.
Tariffs are very important to the national security and the economy of the USA based on it's a big word. Behavior. All trade negotiations with Canada are hereby terminated. They had just been in our office shaking our hand, patting us on the back. And they run that. Now, President Reagan was correct, but we live in a little bit different world right now. So I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but
he also got shot in the butt, so you know.
you don't come shake our hand and then be like, hey, look at this. So their ad agency is probably fired. So yesterday we talked about this. This is still a huge developing story. The NBA, their betting scandal. 34 have been arrested, including players and coaches. Shaquille O'Neal weighed in on it last night, saying that he was ashamed on behalf of the basketball stars. There was 34 people arrested. So they were with the Miami Heat and Portland Trail Blazers. I don't follow basketball, but this was bad. Apparently, they were also ties to illegal poker games and Mafia ties. So this is an ongoing story. It's an in-depth story because there are so many people involved. So we're going to keep following it. But yesterday we did talk about Stephen A. Smith, who I'm on the fence with. But apparently Kash Patel took some of his comments to heart and blasted him during a Fox interview yesterday, calling him out, saying the single dumbest thing he had heard in modern history. Patel launched his verbal assault on Smith after Smith gave the theory on national TV at who he thinks is behind the federal takedown of a major gambling ring and saw the arrests of certain players and coaches. According to Smith, President Trump is on a retribution tour against what he perceives as his enemies in the sports world, including the NBA, for protesting against him. And Smith says the WNBA, that's the Women's Basketball League, may be next. Well, Patel, during his afternoon interview with the Ingram Angle, well, he didn't mince words. He said that the single dumbest thing he has ever heard. And he said that he was in charge.
Oh.
Talking about Cash. Cash was in charge. So, and he called, he said, I directed the NBA Mafia arrests, not Trump, dumbass. So I'm sure Stephen A will have a good comeback for that. So.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So there's been reports that it's because the tariffs is why chocolate is so high, but no, it's actually the weather. So it wasn't the tariff people, it was the global climate people. So Monica says, people have been playing pokers for years, nothing new. Agreed. Chris says, Stephen A. Smith is apparently unaware that this investigation began in 2022 under the Biden administration-led FBI. Yeah, it's deep and goes back ways because, well, NBA may fall because of this. But Candy, in case you're worried about it, because, well, you know, it's a big holiday coming up, you know, Satan Day. The cost of chocolate, the main ingredient is cocoa, has doubled since the beginning of last year. And the prices of other candies are going up too, but the majority of the harvests have come up short for 3 years straight. And so that is because the extreme weather, of course, changing climate, is why there is less cocoa, chocolate, and the prices are higher. So this year, if you're going to give your little trick-or-treaters anything, it's probably not going to be chocolate. I'm saving that for me. So they're going to get something much cheaper. So probably
Man, have you ever tried chocolate from other countries?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got white chocolate from Germany once. It puts our chocolate to shame.
I like white chocolate once a year. Prices of turkey, it's not the tariff. That's 40% higher. Nope, it's not. Stop blaming Trump for everything. Chocolate.
Monica. Monica. Everybody's going to be smuggling chocolate.
The price of your turkey has gone up a lot. Well, it's because here recently there was another case of bird flu that wiped out most of the birds. So apparently you can't just grow a turkey overnight. So prices of turkey is going to be higher this year. So get a ham, kill a pig instead of eating a bird. So yeah, prices are going up because there's been bird flu running through the flocks. So my favorite story. Monica says, did you ever try Dubai chocolate?
Dubai's chocolate? No.
I was in Qatar. I was in Kuwait, Pakistan. I don't know that I ever tried their chocolate, to be honest. I know it did. I was in is that Iraq? No. Yeah, I was in Iraq. Yeah. And we had to custom make a meal for us. We were kind of concerned they were trying to kill us. But I don't remember the dessert. But yeah, I've had stuff. I don't remember what it was. So NASA has activated the Earth Defense Group over concerns of a Manhattan-sized comet that we can't see. She says, it's good, but very expensive. When I bought one, it was like $7 for a little one. Wow.
Oh.
Chris says, I've tried to buy chocolate many, many times, and they deny him. He's not old enough. The Planetary Defense Group. What is the Planetary Defense Group? Why have we not heard of this until now? And with their activation, that's now, quote, and I'm going to use air quotes, training for the comet to come out. This is a big one. It's $20. Wow.
They're training for the aliens to come out.
I'm gonna be nice here. So yeah, it's this international asteroid warning with a planetary defense group has now been activated because this is now a danger to us, and all of our satellites mysteriously went dark for public consumption. The anti-tail, well, now they're saying that was the particle. It's a jet. Comet doesn't have a jet. They're going to be carrying out the Comet campaign from November 27th to January 26th. Now, here's my concern. They told us take our vacations by October 29th because that's when this thing's coming out from behind the sun. Our fucking government is still slow to respond. November 27th, they're going to respond. Then they're just going to do training. A month. What the fuck are you going to do for a month? I'll buy it. Don't buy it.
Quit listening to the news. Opposite. Remember. You
should book your holiday before October 29th. That's what it says. Scientists worldwide are speculating. Go on vacation before. Why do they want you to go on vacation?
Probably because when this thing lands, they're going to call martial law.
Once it lands, you're all dead.
Once it lands, they're going to call martial law and lock us all in our homes.
Our government or the aliens? Which one? No, our government's going to respond till a month later. So we're going to give the aliens a month head start?
They might need it. They've been out there a long time. They can't move very fast.
So one of the scientists. This is an actual scientist. This is some just guy like me, a blowhard behind a mic. This is a real guy. He says, if you want to take a vacation, take it before then, because who knows what will happen. Astronomer Avi Loeb, a scientist, a Harvard graduate scientist that knows this stuff.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh. Maybe he's crazy. Maybe he's slipped his noodle or some shit.
Well, we only have a week left, so
yeah, it's next week.
Yeah, vacation time
is not late. Just some nut job in a basement like me. I'm in mom's basement. So he used to be in charge of Harvard's astronomy department, and he is the head of the Galileo Project, an international scientific project searching for extraterrestrial life. So
I'm going to Chris's house, and we're going to sit outside with our weapons and
send light me a fire. Lasers before then, please.
We're gonna roast marshmallows.
So I ask AI because I'm suddenly liking AI. What are some of the oddities? And so AI says these are the things that is from a normal comet. This is what's different. It has a different carbon dioxide composition. We can tell you that, but we can't give you a picture. Minimal non-gravitational acceleration. Oh, yeah. And by the way, it passed some of our things out in space, and it didn't affect them. In other words, they didn't feel like if a jet flies over your house, you'll feel I don't know if you will in space, but at any rate, they didn't. There's minimal non-gravitational acceleration. That means is it's accelerating and decelerating on its own. The unusual backward tail that pointed towards the sun that helped it go through a solar storm and slow down. An unexpectedly cool temperature. Hey, maybe only in Florida they won't attack. Maybe that's the place. High velocity and unusual trajectory. It changed color. It has an alloy emission that's not normal. It's made deliberate evasive movements, which appears intelligently directed. Many scientists are pointing out that it has technology on board. It could be possibly hostile, like a Trojan horse. We don't know what it is because it's a strain on our space monitoring systems. Why is it a strain? Why shouldn't we know about this? So they've added it to the threat list. They're a month after it comes out from behind the sun, we're gonna know what it is. But then a month later, the government's gonna fix it.
And that thing on the side that you see, that's probably what they're going to look like.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Last time I was on vacation was 15 years ago. Monica, I have been trying to go on vacation this year, but no one wants to go to the beach with me. Chris says there are a bunch of media people trying to discredit that scientist like he's a nut. The same tactics they used in the 2020 scientists who had other opinions about that was a bug. So there was a blurb on the president. Are we going to get to weather? I don't know. There was a blurb on the president's latest report from a doctor that the scientists, I'll get that in my head. The media has now picked up on. And I will say it is kind of curious. Donald Trump is back in the spotlight because they're struggling to explain something that was on his last checkup. His visit earlier this month to Walter Reed was his second medical exam this year. Now, they're trying to make a big deal out of that, but it did fall before he went out of the country. And so they did give him some vaccinations. So they declared Trump was in excellent health, claiming his cardiac age was 14 years younger. I'm like 50 older. And his lab results were exceptional. But here's where there's the problem. It mentioned that Trump had undergone advanced imaging. Well, what is that? Is it a CT? Is it MRI? What part of the body? Was it nuclear scan? What was it? You can detect all kinds of malaises with that type of advanced imaging. And so now the press wants to know what the advanced imaging or procedure was. And she responded that basically she didn't know. I don't know.
It's probably something personal and it's nobody's business.
She says it's what people receive when they go to the doctor. I don't know what exact advanced imaging took place. Yeah. If you're going to put it on there, it's already open out to the public. It's out there. You might want to follow up with, yeah, he had a MRI of his ankle because he twisted looking to the helicopter. I mean, it could be anything.
Chris has a good, thing. Now the physical and mental health, well-being of the president matters. After they've tried to shoot him, God knows how many times.
After January. Before January, it wasn't important. So remember, our government is always behind. It wasn't important up until January for a person to sit in that damn chair. After January, by God, it's important. What the fuck? See, this is my problem with media. Oh, he's perfectly sane. Motherfucker almost wandered into the goddamn back of the helicopter of Marine One, but he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's going to die. I don't know what the scan was, but I can tell you that they should at least say, oh, yeah, he had an MRI of his ankle. He twisted it.
Yeah.
Playing golf. Come up with something. Give us something. Give the media something, because just another
I used to get so upset with Jill because she should have been watching him, and every time he wandered off somewhere or tripped on something, I was thinking to myself, where are you, woman? Why are you just throwing this man out
from walking into the back of goddamn Marine One? It's on film. You can't deny it. He's walking into a goddamn helicopter prop he just got off of.
I know.
Look it up. I'm not making this up. You can find it.
I've seen it.
This guy, he had an MRI of his ankle. We're all concerned.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. I do agree. I will say they need to, if you're going to put that on the medical report, you should follow it up with later. The MRI of his ankle was fine. He twisted it playing basketball or what? No, he plays golf, whatever. So, Chris says, I can honestly say I've not seen yet Trump shaking hands with imaginary people. Remember, this is the guy that wanted to fight the guy after he was taking away the keys from the GM plant. He said he'd driven before, and the guy said, give me his keys, and he would punch him. But okay.
And then we can't forget Corn Pop. He was a bad dude.
Get me going there. So now they're upset because Donald Trump's going to leave the country during the shutdown. Then go to work. I mean, it's pretty simple. Go to work.
Yeah.
It's the longest government shutdown.
I still don't think they
history.
should be getting paid. If everybody else is getting
Oh,
screwed
I'm
over
going
because
to
of
talk
this,
about that too. Yeah,
they shouldn't be getting paid.
We need an extra hour today. So now they're saying that he shouldn't leave the country because of this. But apparently he's going out of the country to shake hands with imaginary people. I should have read this whole story to see what the hell. He's going somewhere. I think he's going to Asia, isn't he? He's going to South Korea, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, he has enough people around him and he has enough technology around him. He can still do everything where he's at that he can in DC. So I think it's Asia he's going to. He's going to meet with South Korea and I think Xi Jinping, whatever the guy's name, the guy in charge of China.
Yeah.
So apparently, man, we are not gonna make it to the other stuff. Trump torches loser Dan Goldman over calling on NYPD to arrest ICE agents for doing their job. That's not going to end well. That's not going to end well at all.
No.
They're both law enforcement. So Goldman sent a letter to NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch on October 16th, alleging immigrations and customs enforcement and Customs and Border Patrol protection agents had engaged in outrageous and unlawful conduct, including violently and improperly arresting U.S. citizens. And, well, Trump said that's stupid. So, I mean, now a cop can arrest another cop.
That's stupid.
It does happen. The crash that we talked about yesterday, they are going to seek charges on him. Manslaughter is DUI. 21-year-old man. I almost hate to play this video, but in case you haven't seen it, viewer. Yeah, this guy didn't even.
That one, and that one.
Oh, yeah. And then caught on fire across the road. This was horrible. 1, 2, 3. I mean, all of those people. So he deserves to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Unfortunately, I don't think the death penalty is on the table in that state. But so they're filing manslaughter charges on him. So we've already talked about this. ICE recruit showing up for training disqualified. We talked about that already. So here, I thought this was interesting. A Tennessee Democrat, a local state rep, has now said that the task force in Memphis has actually been beneficial. So that's good news. Wouldn't make much news. Nevada Democratic leaders, well, they have basically admitted that they are the cause of the shutdown and that the only leverage they have is for families to suffer. Remember that while they're in their homes eating lots of fancy food.
That's nice.
DOJ threatens to drop the hammer on Nancy Pelosi after she threatened to jail ICE agents. So now they are telling her to hold on to her emails, not delete them. So they're looking at charging Nancy Pelosi for interfering. This story, I only wanted to cover it because everybody's like, oh, you're too pro cop. All right, I'm going to cover this one. Hold on, I missed some comments here. The people on that side are angry and embarrassed that everyone remembers Corn Pop was a bad dude. There's no personal argument that you can make to me. Corn Pop's a bad mother. So, all right, so everybody is always on me saying that I'm too for the blue line. Minnesota cops jailed a black man having a stroke and let him die in his own urine. 50-year-old man from Ghana, it doesn't matter where he's from, he was a human. He was working in the U.S. as a postal employee, but he died after a preventable death. Police mistook his stroke for intoxication or drug use. Ignored him for hours. Now the family is suing, and they should.
Well, yes, because that's wrong. It doesn't matter if they felt he was intoxicated. They should have called EMS.
You're 100% correct.
Yep.
And sometimes EMS screws up. I've been on their ass before. So apparently he left work early, saying that he had a headache and blurred vision. He was driving home. And let me interject here. If you're having a headache and blurred vision, that's a sign that something is wrong in your body. You need to seek medical attention. So Brenda can attest to that here recently.
I can.
So he left work. While driving home, he veered into oncoming traffic. And apparently he hit some cars and maybe some signs or stuff. Well, instead of recognizing it was a medical crisis, they assumed it was DUI. And for more than 4 hours, none of the officers that are identified in there attempted to offer any medical aid to him and assumed he was even high. They gave him Narcan twice. God,
Oh,
Narcan.
Jesus.
Cops love their Narcan. But cops overuse the hell out of Narcan. So they gave it to him and nothing changed, and they still didn't call EMS. So he had a stroke and he died.
And they should sue him.
And they rightfully should sue him.
Yes.
Whoa, Denise is stripping. Send pics, please. Thank you, Denise. I'm glad you're still here.
She's stripping her steps.
You know, hey, I like to improvise. So yeah, here in Georgia, I taught at the academy. It used to be that a police officer had to have at least first responder. They had to have basic EMT skills. And one of the scenarios I give was always a diabetic to the recruits. They were rookie. They could fail out of this and get fired too, by the way, after they'd made it through their police stuff. At the time, they've changed it since then. At any rate, I always emphasize to the police officers, don't jump to the conclusion. Drunks get sick. Drug addicts get sick. You know, indigent people get sick. You know, don't put just because they're high or whatever, don't think they can't be having a medical problem. And I taught that to my EMT and paramedic students as well. You know, so they should be. So we'll skip over this, but it's like giving a hitman, the Democrats that are launching the ICE tracker. It's being launched by what's her name up in New York, the ones that's being brought up on charges, and in
Letitia
LA.
James.
Yeah, her too. Yeah, and Bass. So
yeah.
And then we're not going to cover this today, but apparently this was breaking as we came in. A burned body was found hanging from a Houston Railroad freeway overpass. Homicide suspect.
Guess
they
called it a suicide.
Oh no, homicide is suspected. You think? You think?
Like I said earlier, somebody left the lid off of the stupid jar.
Oh yeah, and this was the other foreign guy that turned it. Stop! I don't need music playing. Yeah, this was.
That guy.
I feel sad about it. Yeah, he just decided to make a turn and look, car's coming. Shit, what do I do? Oh well, I'll go change my license to a different name. Yeah. So
no name present.
FEMA is obviously working hard today because, well, we don't have an update. So there's that.
Right.
The president's daily schedule. Let's see what's on the president's schedule. He participated in something. Well, I can't read that. Good Lord, get off. I'm supposed to have ad blockers that are supposed to take care of all this.
I had to look at what Denise wrote twice. At first, I thought she said, Brenda, I'm pooping. She's pooped. She's pooped. She's tired.
Denise has too much information. The president participated in an expanded bilateral meeting and signing with the Prime Minister of Malaysia. That was at 2:30 a.m. What the hell is the president doing up at 2:30 a.m.?
The man does never get to sleep, I'm telling you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This isn't even updated. Hold on. What is today? That's October 26th. Yeah, we're way okay. They've put this is new. See, let me refresh this because this. How the hell do you refresh? F5, isn't it? I don't know. Denise says she loves your laugh, Brenda. Let me refresh this because apparently in that, and I need new glasses. So let's start with Friday.
Eyeballs.
9 a.m. was when the press was supposed to be there. 7 p.m. tonight, the president is attending a tele rally for the New Jersey governor candidate Jack Klaterhake. All right. And at 9:35 tonight, well, the out-of-town press better be at Joint Base Andrews because, well, apparently our president is going to Malaysia at 10:40 p.m. And then tomorrow, which is 2:30 a.m. local time, he's going to have a meeting with the Prime Minister of Malaysia. And he's going to participate in assigning the Kingdom of Cambodia and the Prime Minister in the Kingdom of Thailand. 7:45, he's going to have a working dinner with Asian officials. So there you go. That's his Sunday schedule. They put that out after I came on, so that's why I was confused. I was like, what the hell is going on? Let's update this because we know we're going to be bombing shit soon. Brazil's president responded to Trump's comments on drug cartels. They're not happy with us in South America. We've imposed sanctions on Colombia, his president and his family. Okay. Ontario took down the advertisement that upset the president. They probably should. Ontario Premier Ford is pulling the ad that prompted him to do that. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries endorses Zohan Mamdani for New York mayor. Is there a shock there? Is that a shocking headline?
No, that doesn't.
That nobody's surprised.
They're in bed together. I know.
Probably literally. U.S. is investigating China over a previous trade deal with Trump. All right. I don't know why, but Trump is hosting Halloween at the White House. So if you want to go, I bet he's giving out chocolate. He can afford to.
I think I'm going to go as a one-legged woman in a wheelchair and just show up and go trick or treat.
Yeah, you've already had to have been cleared to go. Unless you were going to do that base training, then you could go and they'll kick you out when you get there. Yeah. Shouldn't Trump only attend No Kings signings to please the left? True. New York Attorney General Letitia James pled not guilty to federal mortgage fraud, pushed by President Trump. See, there it is again. The media is pushed by. Man, if he did all these things, any time. Good Lord, he has people. I don't have people, but he has people. I don't have people to push the buttons, but he has people. Good Lord. Oh, apparently, well, we killed 6 more people in a boat.
Oh.
Hillary Clinton's PAC selling not his house merchandise. I guess she's desperate and she needs to sell stuff that says not his house. Well, duh.
And if she goes and gets Monica's dress and puts it up for sale, she'll get lots of money.
Shots fired. That was this morning. We talked about that. What is it? Okay. All right. We're gonna. That was the breaking news. We haven't blown shit up yet. We're headed to, but we're done. South America. We're coming. All right. So if you're in Washington or Oregon, even Colorado, you're going to get some purple stuff, and that purple stuff means you could get some snow or rain. In New York and Vermont and New Hampshire, you're also going to get some purple stuff. In the heart of the Midwest, the 4 corners back over to the deep south, you expect spotty showers, but Oklahoma and Texas pay very close attention. This cold front is coming from the far west and moving to the southeast, but more south than it is east. And when it hits that warm front down there in the Gulf of America, there's going to be some very serious thunderstorms and tornadic activity.
I'm staying home and ordering pizza today.
Oh, what we're having for dinner here. Probably nothing rapport. Tomorrow, it's going to continue in Oklahoma. I already said that my stomach growled. Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. And Texas, you're still under the gun. So the deep south needs to pay attention over the weekend because there's going to be some severe storms. And then on Sunday, it's going to be snowing in much of the west and much of the northeast. Chris says Hillary will sell not my dress, but still his DNA t-shirts. Chris, let's design a shirt and see if we can sell it. I swear to God, I will design a shirt and put it in my store. I swear.
That would be awesome. I would wear that.
If anybody is got, I need like a graphic of little sperm cells with somebody that could have been president back a few years ago's face on the front, like slamming into a dress. I will, if you can design it, I will put it in my store. Proceeds will go to pay for everything for me. Good one, Chris. So much of Texas today, pay attention. And I would say back from the Four Corners to the deep Midwest, pay attention to the tornadic activity that could be occurring today. High winds and hail are also possible. So pay attention. I say pay attention. Pay attention. Have your weather radar on. We can see that the expected amount of precipitations, basically, as this front is coming down, it's coming from the west. So Oregon and Washington, they're going to get the snow, the mixed bag, maybe even some thunder snow. But when it hits that deep south middle part of the country, that's where it's going to explode. There's going to be some heavy rains, flooding, some dangerous possible tornadic activity from Four Corners to the Midwest to the deep south. Pay attention, because it could be serious. Let's go down. Man, this thing, Melissa, holy cow, Melissa is dangerous. She is just nasty. So in fact, it could be affecting our operations in Venezuela. So doesn't look like, except for maybe around Adelaide and Port Lincoln up into Port Augusta, could be some serious rains for you guys in Australia. We'll cover that. Let's just see what we got coming up here. So let me see. Currently, Sydney, you are at 14, but it feels like 13. Adelaide, you are at 17 in Adelaide. Hobart, you're at 8. Melbourne, you're 7.5, but you have a warning in Melbourne, so pay attention. Brisbane, you're at 22. Canberra, 5.1. Darwin, 26. And Perth, 11. And we'll look at the current warnings. In New South Wales, sheep grazers, pay attention. There's a warning out. There's also marine wind warning. Victoria, watch your sheep as well. There's some possible bad stuff with a frost warning with the marine wind warning. In Queensland, you have a marine wind warning and a heat wave warning. With Western Australia, a marine wind warning, and your sheep grazers need to pay attention. South Australia, you also have a marine wind warning. Tasmania, marine wind warning for you as well. Northern Territory has a heat wave warning. And Metairie 10, wherever that is. Sorry, don't know, guys. You got an ocean wind warning. You had several of them. An ocean gale warnings. So you get several wind warnings. Pay attention if you're in Metairie 10, wherever that is. I don't know where that is. We'll take a real quick look here at what warnings are in the United States. And what do we have up first, Brenda? What is that right there?
I cannot see.
It's a test message for Montgomery County. Maryland. So Texas, Pecos, Brewster, and Reagan, you have severe thunderstorm warnings. Please pay attention to your weather radio. Montana, you have some high wind watches and warnings, so pay attention to that. Texas also has flash flood warnings. And let's see, Louisiana, they're issuing a warning ahead of time for what's going on there. So Kentucky, you have a frost advisory for tonight, by the way. Oklahoma has also got a flood watch. And North Carolina, in the higher elevations, they also have a frost. And Virginia has a frost advisory. And parts of Virginia and Maryland have a freeze and frost warning. Of course, on the Gulf of America, there's all kinds of rip currents and gale warnings. That's because of Melissa down there. We need to hurry up and get to her. Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, frost advisories. Oregon, high wind with the storm coming in. And of course, Oklahoma and Texas, pay attention. Severe thunderstorms. In Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, we don't like West Virginia. They got freeze warnings as well as regular Virginia, not West, regular. And they have north and south. Well, basically the Delmarva, northeast, in mid-Atlantic, you have frost advisory or freeze warning, depending on your elevation. California's high winds. Hawaii, red flag warnings. Do not go into the water. You have strong winds, sharks, and volcanoes. So, and here we have in Alaska, our friends up there, freezing spray warnings. Good Lord. I want to go up there just to see what the weather's like. So I tried to smoke a cigar in -50. It didn't work out. Yeah, we were in Canada. It didn't work out too well.
No.
My eyelids were freezing. So let's see. There's the big storm, and it right now is, well, it is pretty much right over, where is that? It's a hard time seeing through this thing. Looks like Kansas. No, it's Arkansas. All right, so up in the Midwest, it's coming down from Wichita to Little Rock, from St. Louis all the way down to the border in Tijuana. Pay attention, that storm is pushing through. So you can see at the other warnings we talked about in Australia. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing we talked about. We're pressed for time here. So, all right, there we go. So you can see where the worst electrical activity is. Ooh, looks like Texas. It's coming into San Angelo, Wichita Falls, and Fort Worth, Oklahoma City. That's what we're talking about. Oklahoma City and just south of Wichita. Looks like that's a pretty big cell. And that is going to be moving to the south, but the east very slowly. That cold front is not moving at all. So you can see where the power out. Texas, 12,200 people are without power right now. That was Brenda yesterday. That's where most of them are. And it looks like Terrell County and Ector County is where the areas are most without power. Look at the heat. Where is the hottest spot in the U.S. right now? Well, it looks like Houston at 86. All right, there you go. Real quick weather forecast. Boston, well, you're going to be 57 and cloudy today. It's going to be sunny for the weekend and highs in the 50s. New York City, you're only going to make it to 60-day cloudy skies, and you're going to be lucky to hit 60 again for the next couple days. Washington, D.C., well, if you're in the swamp, 60 degrees, and that's pretty much where it's going to stay through the weekend. Monday, you could get some rain showers. Jump down to Atlanta, where I am. It's going to be a high of 72. It's a high for the next couple days. Sunny tomorrow and then rainy over the weekend as that storm moves in. I forgot Burlington. Let me go up here to Burlington. Burlington, Vermont. Well, you're going to be 50, cloudy skies. This is good for those guys. I don't believe that. Cleveland, 49 degrees. Yeah, you're going to get up to the 50s this week or over this weekend. Let's see. Jump down here. Where is it? Pensacola. I always got to worry about those names, you guys. High of 80. It's going to be in the 80s and sunny. Tomorrow's cloudy. Yeah, I want to go there. Let's see. For our fans on the West Coast, San Francisco, 63. That's pretty much your high for the next couple of days. Partly cloudy skies. Portland, well, no Kings. You're going to make it to 59, but it's going to rain all weekend and be windy. Seattle, clean your act up. 57 and, of course, rainy. Let's see here. Let's look down here at Melissa. Well, Melissa, due to Melissa's slow growth, the risk of a prolonged multi-day, potentially damaging winds and heavy rainfall in Jamaica and Haiti, you are in the direct path, as well as Cuba. This thing is growing much larger than anticipated, and she hasn't turned yet. Why does it not give me any more information? All right, well, we'll move on.
That's down to. I said that must be down to. Everything's down, 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 down.
Where is this one? A picture of her down there. We saw on the one she had formed an eye, but on this graphic it doesn't appear she has. But she is growing in size, and she is going to be a nasty storm. It could make it all the way up to a Cat 5. And see the crazy way it's moving here? It's just that cold front. Depends on how fast that cold front down, because it's going to get cold all the way down to the Keys. And it gets cold down there. We're talking like 40. So I talked about this site yesterday. Tropical Tidbits. Warning from one of our listeners. If If you type a word wrong, you could get something kind of strange. So pay attention what you're typing. And we see Jamaica and Haiti are in the path of this one. So she is a mean looking nasty storm. She does have very little eye, but she is packing a punch. She has hit that Caribbean warmth, and she's packing a punch. So
she's coming in hot in a bikini.
That's right. We'll look here at the Google AI and see. It looks as though Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti are going to take the brunt of this. And depending on when it turns, it's now saying it doesn't look like much of the U.S. has got anything to worry about this. Bermuda, pay attention, because in about 10 days, this could be on your doorstep. So, well, it looks like it probably will. So it may, if it goes far enough, turn into a nor'easter up in far New England. So Chris says I typed it much slower today. It's much less exciting, but still interesting. So there you go. Let's see. If you're going on vacation, check out ctemps.org and check out all the temperatures. And we'll look real quick here at AI Globe. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on Melissa down there. Yeah, she's got an eye, but it's not very well defined. But look at all this wind and energy she's getting from the Caribbean and from the Gulf. Oh, she's got a punch. Let's see. Well, there's fires. I'm not sure how updated this is. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Let's do earthquakes real quick. The last 24 hours. In the United States, it looks like there's been a couple pop off. All right, refresh. And there we go. We had a 2.1 in North Carolina and a 2.2 in East Tennessee. Wasn't aware of that. And it looks like a 2.0 in Western Texas in the past 24 hours. Of course, out in California, they have been rocking and rolling, and even Washington got on it in Puget Sound. The 2.0. Let's see. What else we want to cover? Make sure that everybody knows there are no tsunami watches. Warning advisories are threats, according to the U.S. government. But don't worry, they'll tell you later.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Let's check out. Well, we're about out of time. So let's check out. Let's go to the site and look and see if we got any warbirds in the air. Oh, there's all kinds of shit there. Let's take all that off. And what do we got down there? Flying right off the coast. Oh, a Netherland. What the hell is a Netherland? I wonder if they could be evacuating their people. That's from the Royal Netherlands Navy. It's interesting. And they are flying down off of the coast of, is that Columbia there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. What is that? That's a training flight. Lots of training flights. Slam 95. Well, he's been up from the Keys back up to Central Florida and going in around. And let's see. It's C-30. Let's see if there's anything up here. Let's see. He's traveling to the Middle East, so we'll have to look over there and see if there's anything. And that's transport. And the other day when I reported this, some of these, and I mistook the P-8, I was told later was a drone that was identified as a P-8. So sometimes they are not even what they tell you they are. And that's interesting. That's it comes out of Indiana and it goes to Seattle and it's circling around. It says it's a P-8. So I'm going to go with this is a drone as well. So what they're doing going from Indiana to Seattle, who knows? So it's funny how none of these have tails. There's another P-8. Now, this could be a P-8 because it comes out of Seattle and it's headed down west, but it could also be a drone because apparently that is one of the things the military does. So let's take a look at Skyglass, see if there's anything different in its picture than what is in ABS. Once again, so everybody knows, this is not classified information. This is all public sourced. I can tell you exactly where to go. ABS is one good site, and in Skyglass, you have to have an account with Skyglass. So Let's see. There's a lot of Netherlands down there. Wonder why that would be. You think they could be evacuating their people? Are you even there, Brenda?
I am here. There was an echo from my background, so I muted. Denise asked a question. Why does it say YTK after her name?
I don't know. I noticed that yesterday. And I thought, well, she just changed her screen name, but I don't know.
Oh,
yeah, I saw it the other day. I don't know. I can't answer that. It says that you're coming from YouTube. Maybe you've got 2 accounts. I don't know. I can't answer that, Denise. All right. Well, it doesn't show much over Venezuela right now. That doesn't mean anything. So, let's see. He said he was going to where? He's going to Asia, right? So let's zoom out a little bit and see if there's anything going on over there that's interesting because, well, they've probably been making plans for that trip for months. So probably not much to see there. Yeah, it's a Ghana's flight. What is that one? I don't know. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on. Let's go over here off the coast of Korea's. Let's see what we got. Well, that's okay. That may just be flying stuff in for the trip. There's a P8. There's a P8 off the coast of Japan. That's probably a real P8. There's another P8 down off of the coast of Japan. Those are probably 2 real P8s. So, this thing makes me dizzy the way it goes. We're almost out of time here. Let's look and see real quick over the U.S. and see if there's any high-flying things up there. For the weekend, we're checking out our entertainment fund. Let's see here. So at 80,000 feet, that looks like it's over the D.C. region. This is parked right over the center of the country at 80,000. And there's another one, 80,000. So it looks like they're monitoring our events for the weekend in the Mid-Atlantic, Central United States. Yeah, it looks like the Midwest. That's just the high-flying ones. There could be others. So, yeah. So, Chris says, maybe the military changed my name like a P8. Might be a drone and not even know it. That's right.
Oh, he has an extra 3 on his name. What?
I don't know, Chris. It's weird. All right, so let me close that. Let's minimize this because we are about out of time. Look at marine traffic and see down here, which I didn't notice anything off of coast of Venezuela, but that doesn't mean anything. There's been storms and just other stuff with our Navy down there. Who knows? So, but it doesn't look like much. Now, this is interesting. Unidentified ship. All right, so right here is a row of unidentified ships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, there's 15, 18 unidentified ships.
Oh, geez.
Of Venezuela. So, depending on their movement, it could be up to something. So, there you go. All right. We got to get out of here. We're late on time. Everybody have a great weekend. Brenda's got her pooch there. Have a great weekend. We will be back Monday. Unless the alien overlords come earlier, but we will be back Monday. And then we'll be here from 2 till 4 Eastern time. And Brenda and I may have an announcement next week, so pay attention.
Oh, we're going to wait till next week?
Well, I thought we were. Well, anyway, even if we do, we have an announcement coming up. So something big. I want to remind everybody on Tuesdays and Thursdays to come listen to me. I am on the Thin Line Rock Station. That's a radio station just like you're listening to now, www.thethinlinerockstation.com. And I do a radio show there from noon until 2. It's replayed also. I believe it's also played midnight till 2 in replay. You can catch me playing rock and roll, country, I don't know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Denise, have a great one. Yes, we all like Putin. Well, the dog. So,
my puppy Putin.
I mean, like the other Putin. I don't know. I haven't met him. So, everybody have a great weekend. Yeah, you might want to check me out on the Thin Line Rock Station Tuesdays and Thursdays before I come on here. We'll be an announcement. So,
Yeah.
if anybody is interested, I do have coins and patches. Check out my eBay or Etsy store. You can get my junk. Maybe Chris and I'll make a t-shirt.
And everybody
have a great day, a nice weekend. We will see you Monday.
Bye.
That is all.